Alrighty, dear Aquarius, this one is for you. I'm going to keep shuffling. Just give me a second here. The cards are already shuffled, but I want to go again to the last second so that you're a witness. No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals. Keeping it very simple, just using the most basic deck for now. And things will change in time. We'll see what happens. Before we get into it, hold on. We'll shuffle some more soon. Hold on. It's kind of a big deal month for you, Aquarius, because of the eclipses. Here we are. Let's do this. So this is you. I'm just using this. I'm just going to keep this very stripped down and simple. It's not an astrology channel, as you know, but I like to throw these things in like little appetizers to get your juices flowing. This little astro doodle from Tarot Luminnation is for August 2018, and we're going to focus specifically on the eclipse. This is the Leo new moon eclipse on August the 11th, okay? And for you, dear Aquarius, that's happening in your 7th house. Significant, most important one-on-one relationships. But this is not a love relationship reading. You can watch the other playlist just for that alone. But that said, the theme will be like the significant other regardless. So you have to interpret this story that's coming here in the context of what was and what is becoming. You're probably aware that we've already had 2 eclipses, and one right at the end of July 27th was an extremely, in many ways, harsh, challenging, explosive, volatile, radical, unpredictable, even dangerous, life-changing type of an eclipse. Very, very strong. The Leo Aquarius axis here was strongly contrasted, let's say, hard squared, to be blunt, by the Jupiter Taurus hard squares here, especially this one, the Uranus and Taurus over here. So I'm not going to put it on the charts, but Uranus and Taurus is in hard square to here and to here. And this is what happened at the end of July, the Leo Aquarius eclipse. So somewhere around 27th of July, you might have noticed a culmination, some part of your life to do with yourself. Who are you? How are you perceived by others? How do others perceive you? Like, who are you? What are you doing here? What do you look like? What's your body like? What are you presenting to the world? And how that works with other people, a specific, significant other. And that's deeply challenged by the Leo energy, by the Uranus and Taurus energy over here. So I'm just bringing that out. So 7th house, what are we talking about? Direct, one-on-one. You're literally open enemy. There's nowhere to hide in the 7th house. They're right in your face, for better or for worse, just like a marriage. You know, when people get married, I think it might be the best thing on earth, and they discover they made the worst decision of their lives. Sometimes it works, and it's the best decision you made of your life. Anyway, you find out as you go along. So we're also talking about significant one-on-one contracted business partners, chosen deliberate binding relationships. And so when you think of Leo, you think of being brightest and most expressive and most heartfelt, most joyful, fun, overt. Okay? And with the eclipses, we're talking about what is being eclipsed into your life and what is being eclipsed away from your life, okay? Dear heavenly angels, bring to me that which is mine. Dear angels, please remove to me that which is not mine. And ask the eclipses to work for you so that you're not a victim of the eclipse, okay? So it's going to be radical endings and radical new beginnings. In particular, let's put a calendar moment, August the 11th, and you go forward from there. Let's just put this aside for now. We might come back to it later, but let's get on with the cards. So we're going to use this like beating heart spread. And just bear with me while I do some more shuffle here. I need to do this. I need to get in the zone for you guys. Please bring your team in, your invisible friends, your spirit guides, your loved ones from beyond, your angels, whoever's there for you. It really helps to do it by invitation so that you're not on your own here. You don't have to be so uniquely alone and different. You are a human being. And you, Aquarius, you too have your own invisible friends. So might as well make the best of it. That's what we do here at Terra Lumination. And then we go from there. Also watch for your sun, moon, and rising, especially if they're all different. You know, we're talking about the cores here, sun, moon, and rising. There's tons of other stuff as well, but for this little tarot channel, that's, you know, all we're going to deal with, all right? And then you reinterpret all of those and, you know, reinterpret them for yourself. Create your own story, okay? I'm going to try and give you the Terra Lumination scoop, but it's just still up to you. You got to make your own decisions. We're not fortune tellers here, okay? So here we go. Let's have a look. Cards are well shuffled. Bless the cards. Bless this deck. Bless this channel. Bless YouTube. Bless the cameras and the computers. Bless you, dear viewer. Bless the deck. Okay. This little deck has done thousands of readings, and it's still going strong. Okay, here we go. Over here, the heart needs what it needs, wants what it wants, and that's up to you, Aquarius, to listen and be aware. Are you aware? Are you listening? Okay? It's everything emanates from here. Everything. Okay? You know, you've got all your other chakras and whatever's going on, pulsing, you know, maybe you're a genius brainiac scientist, but if this is out of alignment, what's the use? So, what are you bringing in with you? You might be sort of like reeling in shock right now, or you might be like ecstatically happy dealing with all these eclipses. This Leo new moon eclipse, August 11th, is the last in a cycle. This won't happen again until for like maybe another like whatever it is, 19, 20 years. So please allow for that. Might as well make the most of this. And this is legacy energy that I think of here. What are you bringing in with you? The confusion or all the benefits, all the learning, all the advancements, all the repairs and maintenance that you've done, all the things that you still have questions about? What is it? Okay, let's have a look. And over here, the ever-present now. Sometimes this is the hardest energy to maintain because it means having to be deeply present, conscious, here, grounded, where, you know, the past is the past and the future will be what it is. But for now, we need to be here because it is here in the now where you own your power, and your power is like activated by your decisions, the healing power of your decisions. What kind of decisions are you going to make? Love thyself, to love thyself. What is the next decision? What do you need for you, and how are you going to get that? Okay, not in a, you know, self-serving narcissistic way, but literally, what are you going to do? That's the best thing for you, because what is best for you is best for the rest of your body, and which emanates through the rest of you as an aura. Okay, over here. So how do you do that effectively? These would be the decision type energies you have to consider, and then how do you put that into practice so that it actually works? Over here, that would lead to consequences. Making decisions, grabbing hold of your power, and making decisions creates consequences. If you're always abdicating your decisions, if you're always absent and you're not present, you're, you know, deliberately disengaged from your life, and you're naming and blaming everything out there and projecting, then this would feel more like fate. Like whatever's good is like, oh, well, I deserve that. Whatever's bad, well, somebody made that happen and I got screwed over. No. Okay, this is all about owning your life from the inside out. So over here, what does it look like when you've had a really rough day or a rough moment, or those eclipses are really, really challenging you? So, I mean, I'm serious. You know, Aquarius, this is your 7th house. This is a full-on opposition here. So this might be theoretically, this could be an extremely challenging eclipse for you, because you're going to kind of meet anything and everything that is not you, that is wonderful. Also, like, in other words, the best of you and the worst of you gets reflected back to you from your significant others. And that can be very challenging for anybody, but for you, it's full on maxed out here in August 2018, because that's your sign of opposition, full on opposition. the open enemy, your best mate, your best marriage, your best ally, your best business partner, your worst enemy. Either it's the same energy, one is the inverse of the other. So you're going to find out, okay? So what happens if you're not in the zone, you're slipping up, then you kind of lose all of this. What happens if you are in the zone and you are like as tuned in as you possibly can be, making the best of your awareness and your knowledge, your intellect, and making healthy decisions to love thyself accordingly? What does that look like? And over here, momentum for the next beat of the heart. So I'm hoping you can see this as a heart shape, okay? And I'm trying to pretend that this is like, well, asking you to imagine that this is kind of an aura energy here, and it comes from the pulse right here at the very core of your heart. And then this would be your auric energy, and out here would be the auric energy that radiates from above and beyond you and outward from you, as though you were like a lighthouse of love, okay? Over here, think of it as weather, circumstantial energy. Just like the rest of us, we have to deal with it. Love is around you all the time. You're swimming in it forever, always. But it takes on different appearances. How are you going to deal with that? What is it? Let's start over here, the Wheel of Fortune. So you might feel serious, as though you're getting tossed around in a salad whizzer or one of those crazy amusement park rides where you get in a big circular wheel and they spin it around faster and faster, and you stand up against the wall, and then the floor drops away and you're scared out of your wits, but you realize you're not falling because what's happening is you're being pushed against the wall. And it's supposed to be that way, but it's still scary. And everything is exactly as it should be. All the energies, all these planets, everything that's happening out there right now, everything that's happened to you in your life, everything that's happening right now, everything that's going to happen to you right now is exactly as it should be. Why is that? Because it can't be any other way. So my feeling is that this relates very closely to the eclipse here right now. So because it's such a strong eclipse and it's in such dire opposition to you, it might feel as though fate has the upper hand here. But please don't let that intimidate you or cripple you or stop you from making your decisions and being in the now, because everything is actually working for you. All the elements, earth, air, fire, and water, all the planets, every single one of them, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, all are working for you. Are you aware of that? Are you deeply tuned into the wave patterns out there and making the best of it? Or are you going to just give up and say, oh, I'm just a victim of fate? Let's have a look. What is your heart? I need to put this aside. Hold on. So let's have a look here. Okay. My feeling with the Hierophant here is that what your heart is seeking is like stability and order, a new structure, a new beginning with this eclipse energy in a way where you don't feel tossed around like a food processor or a blender, but instead you discovered that there is an extreme high degree of order. In other words, if you look at these like amazing planetary things, this is just an extremely crude tarot Luminnation astro doodle, but this is derived from very advanced softwares which track all the planets. And in order to help you, Aquarius, I'm just focusing on the thing that really struck me, this little thing here. There's tons of other stuff going on, which I feel is what we were just talking about here. But my sensation is that what the heart deep down wants is for you, Aquarius, to be fully in tuned and in alignment with all of it. All the energy of all the stars, all the planets, all the people around you, your significant other, your significant others, and how they relate to you. So you see this as this massive, as this kind of amazing, swirling, it's almost like a magic device that never stops, like a perpetual motion machine that is absolutely divinely ordered and very, very beautiful. And you realize, well, wow, that is the code. That's actually how it works. That's actually how life works. This is the book of life, and it's always in perpetual motion. Wow. I thought it was just a fixed thing, like this is how it is. They do this, I do that. This does this, I do that. No, everything is constantly in a state of flux and change, including the ones opposing you. And it might take some dire opposition or some maybe profound or maybe beautiful reflection and opposition at the full-on maximum level, which is 180-degree opposite, literally like mirror versus like self versus self. So that you're relating to significant others direct face on to face on, as opposed to like this or like this or like that or like this, or sort of, coming at angles. We're talking face on here. And I think your heart is saying we need to get this stuff together, dear Aquarius. We really need to create good, solid new order, like a new set of vows in our life, a new set of protocols going forward after the eclipse. In other words, there's before the eclipse and there's after the eclipse. Whatever is yours comes to you. Whatever is not yours is moving away. Thoughts, being, persons, attitudes, habits, whatever it is. And new codes are being written, and that's what the heart wants. There is a higher order out there, above and beyond us. And it's the same for you too, Aquarius, okay? It's just a question of tuning into it, tapping in, tuning in, getting turned on by it, and then going with it. What are you bringing in with you? Wow, okay. I'm really happy to see this here, Aquarius, for you. It's like you're already aware, you get it, at least as good as you can for now. It's just like, I know what you're talking about, Terra Lumination. I get it. I already know. I don't know the details, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I was sensing this already. Yeah, the eclipses were really, really freaking weird at the end of July, but I get it. I understand what you were saying. It's all there. It's all working in this divine timing, divine, amazing, like magical, multi-layered clock. I get it. I get it. I understand it. New awakenings, new law, new knowledge, new wisdom, new understanding, like blown open. All the stale old stuff, conceptions blown away, and all the amazing new stuff becomes apparent and clear like lightning. Kerblam! Wow! Wow! Did you see that? Did you see the power? Did you see the amazing effect? And yes, you get it. I think that's what you need. That's what you want. That's what the heart needs. That's what the heart wants. And you understand that. You're bringing that with you. Like if we were at a meeting right now and it was you and Terra Lumination, it's almost like you're excited. Yeah, you might be freaking out. Maybe you had some scary moments, but you're excited. It's just like, wow, I get it. Now I see what you're talking about. The eclipses and everything. And it's going to, well, yes, of course. So we're saying that. For you, Aquarius, yes, that's what's supposed to happen. New starts, new codes, new protocols, your new Bible. Like corporations, they have a Bible, the Bible of so-and-so incorporated. And this is just how it is, maybe it's like for a bookstore or a retail store, but they have a Bible. So you're seeing the new chance of rewriting all of this, recreating this, and serious upgrades. Okay, what about now? What about right now? Okay, okay. My feeling here with the lovers is that this relates very, very closely to the 7th house here of your significant relationships, and realizing how incredibly important it is to make deeply self-loving decisions in how you relate to a significant other and how you allow a significant other to relate to you. Get it? It's very, very important because there's no squirming here. There's nowhere to hide here, Aquarius. They get you and you get them full on. They get the best of you and the worst of you. Can you handle that? You get the best of them and the worst of them. Can they handle that from you? Either way, this is big deal stuff. It's divinely blessed because this is what happens for the whole of humanity. It's just that the angels here are wishing that everyone understood that. And maybe it's time for you, Aquarius, to understand that. This is your time to realize how incredibly important it is to make deeply loving, healthy, self-loving, love thyself decisions in your significant relationships, okay? Because it has huge consequences. In other words, if you decide on this person, that does not mean them. If you decide on this person, that is not them, okay? And that has the reflected effect back on you. So it's very important to understand that. So now that you get that, now you can see the unfolding here. You realize, oh my gosh, it is all about decisions. Everything in life is about decisions because that's how you execute your power. That's how you catalyze your evolution. Oh my gosh, why didn't anybody tell me? It's just a decision. Huh. I thought it was about doing the most amazing pretzel yoga. I thought it was about chanting 1,000 times of doobie doobie da dabby dabby doo. No, it's just make a decision. What are you going to do right now? What is the most loving thing for you to do right now for you, Aquarius? Because that's what's best for you, which is best for your significant others, which is best for the whole world. And then you shine and glow like a radiant Leo. Ho, ho, ho. That was poetry. Wow. Let's have a look. Bring in the love, baby. Give up the wars. So to me, it looks very, very simple. It's almost like listen to what your consciousness is telling you as your consciousness kind of gets blown open by the eclipse here, and realize, oh my gosh, it's a perfect machine. Like you, Aquarius, are an amazingly complicated and beautiful sort of decision-making machine. It's almost what you do. Aquarians can be very mental. We still have a heart. We're trying to get you in alignment with the heart here. But when you bring that capacity, your natural capacity, into alignment with the heart, it's mind-boggling. You become this highly sophisticated decision-making machine, like love thyself, love thyself, love thyself. How do I do that right now? What is the most loving thing to do for myself right now? How am I going to do that? Well, that means very simple examination, realization. Look around you very, very clearly in very stark, clear, unbiased perception, and like make a decision. Okay, like it's almost like imagine these working together, like realize, oh my gosh, what they were doing to me or with me or for me was that not actually very loving. I need to remove myself from that person or that situation or that attitude or that belief. Oh my gosh, look, the way they were treating me, behaving, relating with me was very, very loving. I need to move towards that kind of energy and person. Oh, it's that simple. It's a yes or a no. It's this or that. That's what happens in decisions. Maybe is like is a non-decision, and you have the right to do that until you have more clarity and understanding. Give yourself permission to decide not to decide. That's perfectly okay. But when you know you have to make a decision and always, always choose the most loving decision about what works best for you, what brings the most love to you. Sometimes that means being very loving towards others, being loving, being loved. But love thyself first, otherwise you don't have anything to share. Okay, so how do we do this effectively? It's almost like, wow, I've got this amazing, weird power tool of decision making. It's like a weird app. How do I do that? In other words, it's like, to me, it feels like a multi-layered. Oh, I'm going to talk too much. Sorry. Let's move on. Okay. Do it with enthusiasm. Imagine you've just discovered a new app about, oh, I see how this all works. I integrate this with this so that this and this all works, and then I make a decision. And it looks like this, like it would be like, this is like on your smartphone or something, or it's strapped onto your wrist, like, click your app. Oh, click, okay, my meters tell me to do that. Okay, so I do that. And your meters are inside of you. It's called your intuition, spiritual guidance, spiritual awareness. And so you do that on the understanding that you might be a novice at this kind of stuff. Even in all your brilliance, you might still be a novice because there's always still a lot of evolving to do over here. And for you, Aquarius, it might be most significant right here in one of the most important parts for a lot of people's lives is the significant relationships. So understand that you're going forward with a high degree of innocence, but a chance for amazing new adventures and discoveries. Okay? It's fun. Creating consequences accordingly, and you get the win. In other words, when you make a loving decision that works for you, you win. You are appreciated by others, and the other appreciates you. Bravo. Well done. So what happens when you're having a rough day and your app is blown up, or it's not charged properly, or you haven't learned how to work it properly yet? What are you losing? Okay, what happens is you get stuck in the maze, you get stuck in a puzzle, you get like all of this, it's almost like going from like a position of like when things go bad, they go really bad to the point where you can feel lost and perplexed by anything and everything. It's like, you know, when an app goes wrong, it sort of goes like on a science fiction movie or something, and you see it all going like wigging out. That's what I feel is going on here. And that can happen very, very easily, very, very quickly, for no apparent reason, unless you stay on top of this, unless you like keep your app fine-tuned, unless you keep your antenna, think of yourself as an app, think of yourself as a cell phone, keep yourself tuned in, keep yourself clean, charged, all the all systems working properly, and then this works properly, and it allows you to get through the maze. It allows you, pretend this is like, you know, a GPS navigation system, and it works really well. You can get through the mazes and the puzzles and all the challenges and the conflicts unscathed. Consequent. Let's have a look at momentum and prospects over here. Okay, so with the Seven of Wands here, my feeling is that this almost feels like it's you hanging out with Tarot Illumination. It's like, wait a minute, Tarot Illumination. I think I get what you're talking about. I think I can. I think I know I can. I know I can. I know I can. I'm gonna do it. I don't fully get it, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. I kind of get what you were saying about the app, and like a decision is a decision. It's this or that. It's like what they do with transistors, or like the processors in my phone. Oh, cool! But I got to tell you, Terra Illumination, it sounds like an awful lot to handle all at once. Can I handle that? And then Terra Illumination says, of course you can, but it means you really have to do a serious upgrade. Upgrade is on yourself, just like we were talking about here, understanding that it's all working for you. All of that stuff out there that you could call fate, the stuff that doesn't make any sense, is actually out there working for you. But it's up to you to be able to detect it in your new, more highly advanced like app thing that you are, and then make better and better decisions to love thyself more than ever before. Enjoy the journey. It's exciting. It's fun. Yes, it's going to be challenging. There's going to be moments when you're going to lose it and freak out, but there's going to be a lot of times when it works. It's just like, oh my gosh, this actually works. My new app of me works. Woo-hoo! Okay, that's all for now. Thank you very much for visiting Tarot Illumination. Bye-bye. All the best in August. Actually, for you, Aquarius, I'm going to put this up here. I hope this makes sense. Okay. You can think of this as a mirror. Okay. Think of this as the mirror. This is the eclipse going in, the eclipse coming out. The before and the after. And then, oh my God, if only I'd known. But it's cool. We move on. Tick tock, tick tock. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, sorry. I wanted to leave this one here for you too. There you go. That's it. That's how I wanted it. Bye bye.